And hello there, my friends. I am, of course, Colt Sebastian Taylor, adventurer, entrepreneur, and amateur radio broadcaster here on Twitch, recording my show for AWSM Radio, which broadcasts tomorrow online at 11 a.m. But this is a behind-the-scenes type of stream where I like to share this from time to time when my schedule allows. As you will notice, I decided to upgrade my equipment a wee bit. I did some Amazon Prime, Preview Prime shopping, however that works, and got myself a little bit of a mic, and then, well, look at that. See, looks pretty nice, I think. So different setup today. See how it works, and we'll take it from there. So using a little bit different setup here. Might test out a few things. Instead of recording on my phone and then sending said file to a computer, I am recording directly onto my computer. And so hopefully that will make it a wee bit easier to manage. We shall see. So I need to pull up. Okay, here we are. Okay, so let's see. Let's record the opening and see how well that works for us. Okay, that there. Hopefully I can do two mic stuff at once. We shall see. One viewer. Oh, it's me. Okay, fair enough. Okay, here we go. Okay, let me shift these things around so I can properly understand what's going on here. All right, here we go. I should put like a little thing here, like a little doodad. So, anyways. Thank you and welcome once again, my friends, to the Saturday Report with me, Colt Sebastian Taylor, adventurer, entrepreneur, and amateur all-around adorable redhead. And welcome to AWSM Radio, an independent digital-only radio station that plays today's best music, old school classics, along with a rotating cast of all-star DJs. AWSM Radio focuses on mainstream artists, independent artists, along with a variety of interesting talk and music shows throughout the day, such as my own. All we do is entertain, inspire, and inform. And my friends, I want to engage with you. I want you to be part of the conversation. So find me on the Twitter, on the Instagram, even on the Twitch, which, my friends, I broadcast these recordings live. So please feel free to join me. All at Colt S. Taylor. You can also find me on Cameo at Colt S. Taylor if you want to hire me to say something funny or somewhat mean to a birthday friend or a coworker. And of course, ColtSebastianTaylor.com for all things Colt Sebastian Taylor. And my friends, if you have missed this week's show, Anchor.fm/Colt S. Taylor is a place where you can pick up the podcast version of this show. All right, my friends, let's get started on this week's Saturday Report. That is recorded. Let's see how it sounds, just to make sure. Media player. Thank you and welcome once again, my friends. With me, Colt Sebastian Taylor, adventurer, entrepreneur, and amateur all-around adorable redhead. And welcome to AWSM Radio, an independent digital-only radio station that plays today's best music. Okay, that works. Now, it probably sounds a little bit quieter on your end because I have the desktop volume turned down, so it's not so obnoxious, but I think that will work. Okay, what else do I need here? I need the length of this file so I can keep track of how much time I've recorded. That would be helpful. So I think I know music has that sort of stuff. I would just need to find it. That's not it. That could be a problem. That could be a problem. All right, let's go back here. Well, I guess I could show you what I'm looking at. All right, let's see if I can. Let's see if I can show you what I'm looking at just for reference. Just for reference. Is that working? Yeah, let's do this. Not showing. Okay, well, maybe I'll just go back. I'll just go back to this. Okay, so my thing is I need an ability to show how long a file is in terms of sound length, because I need to count. Oh, there we are. There we are. Okay, fantastic. Okay. Because I need to figure out how to do that sort of stuff. Okay, first story coming at you live. Okay, here we are. Our first story this week, my friends, comes from the city of brotherly love. That's right, Philadelphia. I live near there, so I get a lot of Philly news. But this one really struck me. And this is from crack reporter Victor Fiorillo. I wrote it down. Fiorillo. And, oh, well, he just messaged me, so I need to say hi to him. Can I delete this one? Again! Look at that. That's pretty cool. Okay, I like this setup way better. Fiorillo. First up this week comes from the city of brotherly love. That's right, Philadelphia. My home city. Well, I don't live in Philadelphia, but I live outside Philadelphia. From crack reporter Victor Fiorillo, my pal on Twitter. You should really, absolutely follow him. He has some really great stuff. He is at Philly with a Y, Victor on Twitter, so definitely follow him. And it comes from a storied radio station, WMMR. It has a rich history in rock and roll dating back to 1968. So, that's over 50 years of history. And it is I can't really tell you that how much of that station is a legend. Oh. Sorry, he's still messaging me. Hang on, folks. I'm messaging the reporter right now. Okay, hang on here, folks. This could get really crazy really quickly. This is okay. So for those, the one person watching, currently talking to the reporter of the story I want to cover, and I am seeing if he wants to pop onto the phone and have me attempt to. Oh, am I recording right now? I'm recording right now. Okay, I need to stop that. See if he wants to be on the show. You know what? Why the hell not? It'll be funny. Is he posting something? I don't know. He might be posting something on the Philadelphia Inquirer right now. Do. His last post was 6 hours ago on Twitter. All right, well, maybe I should record another story. Because once I start recording the next story, that's when I'll figure out what I'm doing. Okay. It's going to be longer than for 20 minutes in. I have no stories recorded. Okay. Next up this week, some sad news as Angela Lansbury from Murder, She Wrote and Beauty and the Beast passed away at the age of 96, just 5 days before her 97th birthday. In her very, very immensely long career, she won 5 Tony Awards. The most recent in 2009 when she played in No Coward's Blithe Spirit. She was also known to work on Great White Way. Was the ghoulish pie maker in Sweeney Todd, the demon Barber of Fleet Street. Got a Tony Award in 1979 for that, and also won Tonys for Ma'am in 1966, Dear World in 1969, and Gypsy in 1975. She also earned her Actors Equity Card in 1957 with her work on Hotel Paradiso. Of course, she was well known for her show Murder, She Wrote, and also well known for her portrayal as the Teapot in the 1991 Beauty and the Beast. Incredible singer. Incredible singer. More recently, no, that's something else. But yeah, she did an amazingly long career as Mrs. Potts. That's right, the Teapot. In fact, she came to the 25th anniversary of the show in 2016 at the Lincoln Center to bring down the house with a rendition of the title's lead tune. That's right. She was paid tribute by many different people. Even NASA did a tribute to her on their Twitter feed. According to their Twitter post, they said, "Tale as old as time, true as it can be. In memory of Angela Lansbury, we offer this cosmic rose plucked from our Spitzer Space Telescope." It's a picture of a celestial formation that looks like a rose, which was pretty great. Murder, She Wrote ran for 12 seasons from 1984 to 1996. NBC will be doing a Murder, She Wrote marathon this weekend, all day long. Wednesday through Saturday. This might have been last week. I think this was this week. So by the time you hear this, it'll be over. But they did a Murder, She Wrote marathon on Cozy TV, which is owned by NBC Universal. President Fran Drescher, who is the president, yes, the nanny, Fran Drescher, who is the president of the SAG, the Screen Actors Guild, said that generations of thespians were lucky to have watching Angela Lansbury's long and storied career. She was inducted into the TV Hall of Fame in 1996. In 1944, she played she was in a movie called Gaslight, about a woman played by a star Ingrid Bergman who was being manipulated to question objective truth, where the term gaslighting, that it kind of leads back to that movie. So she's part of a culture there and whatnot. So look at that. But she was born in 1925 in London to actor Monia McGill and timber executive Eggard Lansbury. Her father and grandfather, George Lansbury, were active in liberal British politics. Eggard Lansbury was the mayor of London Borough of Poplar, while George Lansbury served as a Labour Party leader in 1932 to 1934. Her father passed away when she was 9 in 1935, and then they fled London during the Nazi bombing of World War II. And from there, she began a professional gig at the Sammore Club in Montreal. She lied how old she was, saying she was 19 when she was really 16, and performed characters in Coward's I Went to a Marvelous Party for $60 a week, which is probably roughly what actors still get paid today. uh, which back then was a bit of a small fortune. That's $60 a week back then. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. But she signed a deal with MGM when she was 17, making $500 a week. Back then, however, MGM controlled her work and cast the young actor in roles that Lansbury said she had no business in playing. But that turned out to be a boon and launched her extraordinary, versatile career, according to NBC News. She was preceded in death by her husband of 53 years, Peter Shaw, a few years ago. She was made by Queen Elizabeth II, Dame Commander of the British Empire, in 2014 during a ceremony at Windsor Castle. So, my friends, catch a few episodes of Murder, She Wrote, as well as Beauty and the Beast this week for the great late Angela Lansbury. She was an amazing actress. Hey, 96, she lived a wonderfully long, productive life. So, condolences to the Lansbury family. And like I said, do yourself. Rent yourself a few Angela Lansbury movies this week. I think you will enjoy it. Okay. Ooh, I can rename things from the app. That's fun. Angela Lansbury. Okay, let me move on to the next one. Okay, all right, moving along. Next up, some additional sad news. Actor Robbie Coltrane passed away this week at the age of 72. Born in Scotland, a veteran actor. Best known for Hagrid in the Harry Potter movie franchise. Yes, Hagrid. Hagrid has passed away this week at the age of 72. He was a boisterous and decidedly eccentric Scotsman, according to the Hollywood Reporter, who began his career in comedy theater. And also, I first saw him in the James Bond movies. That's why he played the sort of Russian friend of James Bond in GoldenEye and in The World Is Not Enough. Very good in those two movies. He was also in Flash Gordon, Black Adder, Keep It in the Family, and other comedy credits include A Kick Up the 80s, the comic strip, and Al Fresco. And he became a mainstay of British TV screens. His breakout role, however, was Dr. Edward Fitzgerald, an antisocial criminal psychologist with a gift of solving crimes, in Jimmy McGovern's Cracker series, which had 25 episodes between 1993 and 2006, which are kind of like, TV movies and whatnot. They do TV series a little bit differently over there in Great Britain. In 2019, one of his sort of last performances, he reprised his role as Hagrid in the short fantasy film Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventures. He penned an autobiography, Colt Train in a Cadillac, and starred in the TV series of the same name in 1993 when he drove across America from Los Angeles to New York City in a classic 1951 Cadillac car. So I've never heard of that one. I may pick that up this week and check that out. 1993. That is vintage Robbie Coltrane. But anyways, veteran actor Hagrid from Harry Potter, Robbie Coltrane, passed away this week at the age of 72. You know what? Watch the first Harry Potter movie. He was amazing in all the movies, but the first one, I think, holds up. Magical charm. You might have problems with J.K. Rowling, as you probably should, but the movies, they're pretty good. So I think my reporter friend, Victor Fiorello, will be calling in here, and we will record this. Whoop, whoop, whoop. It's going to be crazy. Hey there!
This is Victor calling you from the mothership.
Okay, let me hit recording, and I'm going to improvise all this. Hopefully it'll pick up well. I'm also streaming on Twitch, so we'll see. This is going to be funny. All right, hang on. Let's leave it there. Okay. First up this week, my friends, we have a newsmaker calling into the extremely hard to get hold of Colt Sebastian Taylor newsmaker line. Only some people have this number. It's reserved for Ryan Reynolds, Nathan Fillion, and my friend Victor Fiorello, crack reporter, here to talk about a story that I heard about a storied radio station in Philadelphia, WMMR. Victor, thanks for joining me here today. Oh, did he call? Oh, God damn it. Hi.
Of course you fucking hung up on me.
Oh, God. All right. All right. I just did my whole beginning. I'll start over again. All right. We have a. It's very well written. This is like a well-oiled machine over here.
I love it, dude. Listen, I do Fox 29 and Preston and Steve and the AM stations, and this is much more fun to me.
Oh, good. Well, then I'll have you on like once every 2 months. All right. Folks, first up this week, we have someone calling into the Colt Sebastian Taylor newsmaker line. I only give out this number to several people: Ron Reynolds, Nathan Fillion, and of course, my friend on Twitter, Victor Fiorello, crack reporter, to talk about an amazing story about a radio station in Philadelphia I've listened to my entire life, WMMR. Victor, thank you for joining me here today.
Thank you, and thank you for clarifying that we are friends on Twitter as opposed to friends in life.
Well, I don't think...
down the street, I'm sure neither one of us would know who the other person is.
Well, I do have a big, bushy red beard. I am hard to miss, and lots of people say hello to me that I do not know how they effing know me. No idea. But I saw this on Twitter. WMMR, for those who may not be familiar with the Philadelphia radio cultural area, this program broadcasts around the world. WMMR has been around for over half a century, one of the oldest radio stations that still do good radio, and there has been some major changes. Victor, what the hell has happened at WMMR?
Well, the radio business is crazy, but WMMR, which has been broadcasting as a rock and roll radio station for 54 years now, 24 hours a day with live DJs, which is completely unheard of. They've been very stable, but in the last week, it's been nothing but turmoil at the station. Now, WMMR is owned by a publicly traded conglomerate. I don't know if conglomerate's the right word, but hey, nobody's listening to us anyway, right?
No, I don't think so.
So they're owned by this company called Beasley Media Group, which owns a bunch of radio stations across the country. And Beasley on Wednesday came in and made a couple of big changes that have people kind of going crazy. The one is that they eliminated this very popular afternoon DJ whose name is Jackson, like Jackson. Paul Jackson's his real name. And one of the nice things about Jackson was that, unlike with most radio stations in Philadelphia or anywhere in the country, Jackson had a real commitment to featuring local bands. So, you could listen to this, huge, biggest FM station in the city, and, they would play the Foo Fighters, they would play Led Zeppelin, and then oh, here's a cut from this band you've never heard of in South Philly. So, what an amazing thing to have in a world where, the radio industry has become so homogenous for so many years. So that was the one big change. And so Jackson has a lot of fans out there. And, as happens in these cases, they didn't let him say goodbye. They just kind of said, okay, time to get your stuff and get out of here. So he never had a chance to say goodbye to listeners. He never had a chance to explain. So there were a lot of people out there wondering what was going on. So fortunately, I was able to sort of get the details. The other big change at WMMR, which might be a little too inside baseball for some people, but WMMR would have overnight DJs. So you could actually call in the middle of the night. Let's say you work like a weird job shift and you're just getting started, having fun at 3 in the morning. You could call in, talk to a DJ, be on the radio, request a song. They'd play the friggin' song right there for you.
Wow. I mean, that's like that's unheard of. That's unheard of.
Interview I did with him last year. That is virtually unheard of in the entire country. A lot of radio stations, just so all of your listeners know, they use automated crap all day long. Like there's very little live decision making going on.
Mm-hmm.
At WMMR and overnight, almost every station in the country, it's all automated overnight. But WMMR, forever, 24/7, they would have this overnight shift or shifts. And Beasley has completely eliminated that. So, for people who are like real radiophiles who like know the industry, and for people who work at radio stations, they're like, oh crap, like, this is a huge change and a real signal that things are not going well for Beasley, and that they're looking to do some major belt tightening, which can impact some more people. So that's sort of where we were originally at.
And you mentioned that they were looking at getting rid of basically a cultural icon of Philadelphia, Pierre Robert.
Yeah, so I actually just moments ago broke this news. So Pierre, I think in terms of rock and roll DJs, there's no denying that he is easily the most famous and recognizable in the entire Philadelphia region. This is a guy that when there's huge rock concerts, whether it's Bon Jovi or the Rolling Stones or whatever, they have him come out on stage and introduce the band. You see him walking down the street, people, run up to him. He's an icon, and he's been at the station. Last year I did the interview with him. That was his 40th anniversary that he's been at that station. It was 40 years ago last year that he drove his Volkswagen Minerva bus from San Francisco all the way across the country to come be a DJ at WMMR.
I mean, I think at this point he's probably gonna haunt the place for centuries. I mean, I think when you hit 40, when you hit the pearly gates, like, do you want to haunt the place you were that thing? Oh yeah, sure.
No, absolutely. So the other day, when I posted this original news about what was going on with WMMR, people were like literally leaving comments like, well, at least we know Pierre Robert is safe. One woman said, if they ever tried to fire Pierre Robert, the city would riot. And I was kind of like, yeah, that's probably true. And same might be said of Preston and Steve.
Yeah.
I mean, they're kind of like less iconic, I guess, but they have a huge following. I mean, anytime Preston and Steve does an event, you have so many people coming out to it. But this one woman said, if they ever tried to fire Pierre Robert, the city would riot. And it was kind of unfathomable to me that they would do that. But what I have been able to verify over the last 24 hours is that Pierre Robert was actually on the chopping block recently.
Wow.
They did not want to renew his contract. They wanted to get rid of him. Part of this had to do with belt tightening. There are also sources who note that Pierre Robert talks too much on the radio.
He's a gabber.
Corporate overlords that run the radio station, they want you to play commercials. They want you to play music. That's what they want you to do. Pierre will go off on tangents. I mean, the man will talk and talk and talk and talk. But to me, that's why I tune in. Like, I can go hear I can turn on Spotify and hear the Rolling Stones if I want to. But he is a personality. He's beloved. I want to listen to him. But the sources that I talk to in the industry said that he talks way too much. The other thing about Pierre Robert is that he plays whatever he wants. Now, I'm not saying that he plays literally whatever he wants for the entirety of the show. Certainly in the big business of radio, the station is sort of being told, okay, we need to make sure we feature these songs. But Pierre will just whip out some vinyl and be like, here's a song you probably never heard before, and but I like it. And nobody in the industry does that. Outside of public radio, college radio, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just completely unheard of. So they don't like this about him. He's not efficient enough. And I don't know how much Pierre Robert makes. I see how he lives. I've been to his house. I know his lifestyle. He's clearly well compensated. And they probably figure, we can probably fill this slot and just get somebody to hit a lot of buttons. And,
I would
back from the personality a little bit.
I would argue WMMR and Pierre Robert are almost inseparable. I mean, it's like having Wheel of Fortune without Pat Sajak. Those things are just synonymous with each other.
No, it's so true. And one person I talked to last night late said, Pierre Robert is basically so popular, and also keep in mind, he has a very positive image, right? This is a guy who's never caught up in scandal. He doesn't get on the air and say nasty things about people. This is a good guy. He goes out, he eats at restaurants, he tips well. He's got a good soul. If anybody is sick and writes into him, he talks to them on the air and, wishes them well. Having had many dinners with this guy and having attended concerts with him, I can tell you personally the guy actually cares about people. And I thought it was interesting last night, this one source at WMR told me, if Pierre Robert ran for mayor in Philadelphia, he would probably win. And I kind of laughed it off, but I thought about it for a second. I was like, no, you know what? Actually, he probably could win just on the basis of the fact that his character is unimpeachable. How often can we say that about, people in government? And also, he's not, can I curse on here?
Yeah, sure.
And, he's not an asshole. And how often can we say that about people out there?
Yeah.
He genuinely cares about people. And his name recognition in the Philadelphia radio industry, there's nobody.
Yeah,
nobody
it's like there's. When I read about what was going on here, the only similar situation, and this is a deep cut way back, is when Y100 went belly up and just fired everyone and just turned into what it wasn't anymore. And that was Preston Steve's original home was Y100. And
that's right.
Yeah, I remember that. I went to a funeral that week. It was a very tough week for me. But it was just reading about this. The word seismic might be a bit harsh, but it could have been even worse, and definitely something to watch.
Yeah, so interesting to see what comes next. We don't really know. The one source I talked to about all this says, they're clearly shaken up. I mean, this might sound silly to people who don't listen to radio. I've talked to people who are like, what's radio? We listen to Sirius and Spotify. And, the people hosting those shows they could be anywhere in the world. Who cares? It doesn't matter. You don't know them. Here in Philadelphia, these are people that a lot of us identify with. And then within the station itself, consider Pierre's been there for 40 years. Preston and Steve has been there for 20 years. Jackson has been there for 18 years. Some of these people have spent, if not half, a good third of their life working in the same place very closely with other people. So, this isn't small potatoes. In their own personal and professional lives, this is, these are seismic changes. And I also think, you're going to see a lot of big changes coming up in the radio industry that those of us who do listen to radio will be noticing. But then again, here I am, a guy who writes for a friggin' print magazine. So talking about, things in technology.
Yeah.
That maybe aren't so popular as they used to be.
Yeah.
But, I do have hope. I have kids who are 15 and 16 now. I've had aunts and cousins try to give them over the years digital readers, Kindles or whatever. These kids always return them. They want nothing but to read paper books. They read paper newspapers. They read paper magazines. Radio is not dead. Print is not dead. It's just different, and we all have to figure out how to make money.
Well, Victor, thank you for calling into my digital radio station show. Hey, listen, friends. If you have to have the Twitter. If you do, you need to follow Victor here at Philly Victor on Twitter. Great reporter, always an amazing and someone who will engage with you. Like some reporters won't engage with you. Victor, he is. I would argue as much as an institution in Philadelphia as Pierre Robert. Although in the beer category, not so much, but you do have 4 decades to work on that.
Well, that's an overblown compliment, but very kind of you. And I will say that I literally respond to every email that I get, other than somebody who's just like threatening me with violence, which I report to the police department. And yes, that does happen. I try to on Twitter and Facebook, but I am really dedicated to, interacting with people. And, I know a lot of journalists in Philly who literally never respond to people. And I'm just like, well, you're supposed to be part of the community. Why wouldn't you respond to somebody? So send me hate mail, send me love mail. Just don't send me any anthrax.
I'm going to edit all that part out and say that I'm the only person you will talk to on the phone.
There you go.
Victor, thank you so much for joining me today on the Saturday Report with Colt Sebastian Taylor. And you know what? I bet I'll have you back again sometime soon.
If you're lucky. Thank you. Have a good day.
That was amazing. Oh. Okay, that's 15 minutes of a show right there. Holy moly. I don't usually do calls, but I'm glad I did. All right, so that means I have 17, 23, 25. I need to record some commercials. I should probably listen to see how this sounds. First up this week, my friends, we have a newsmaker calling in. Oops, shit. Hard to get shit. Colt Sebastian Taylor. Losing pieces. Line. Only some people have this number. It's reserved for Ryan Reynolds. Hard to miss. My friend. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. I can adjust the audio levels on that one a bit. Whew, I'm sweaty. Okay. Story. I am. I should not wear a hoodie while I am doing this. Okay. What was the ending on that? First up, me today on the Saturday Report with Colt Sebastian Taylor, and you know what? I bet I'll have you back again sometime soon.
If you're lucky, thank you. Have a good day.
Okay, good. Okay, here we are. Friends, listen, you have things to do, but sometimes you're at home and you need a musical soundtrack for your evening, maybe you're hanging out, maybe you're having a party, whatever, but don't worry. My friends here at AWSM Radio got you covered, especially my friend DC and his show, DC Live in Effect. He is our in-house DJ, my friends, and DC mixes it up every Friday night at 9 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m. as well. His show, DC Live in Effect, Fridays and Sundays. Fridays at 9, Sundays at 10. You do not want to miss out while he smashes it on the ones and twos, kicking the beats from South Florida here at AWSM Radio. Wait, what's that? You demand DC on Saturdays? Oh boy, let me see here. All right, my friends, I can make it happen because on Saturdays at 10 p.m., it's DC House Party Saturdays, where he brings his freestyling DJ to the max, giving you all the vibes of Miami without actually having to be down at that part of the country. From the top clubs to the bars, DC will bring the party to you. That's Saturdays at 10 p.m. So just to review, Fridays at 9 p.m., DC Live in Effect. Saturdays at 10 p.m., DC House Party Saturdays. And then Sundays at 10 p.m., DC Live in Effect again, right here, my friends, on AWSM Radio. I like this new setup. DC Live. Now, I'll tell you what, I would not be able to do that interview with Victor if I was doing my previous method. All right, let's do another story, then I got to record another commercial. Okay. Next up, folks, we talk about the very serious subject of election fraud. Listen, we all know it happens. It's unavoidable. In fact, there has been proof of election fraud that I think will rock the very foundation of America. Hold on to your butts. Am I talking about 2020? No, actually that election was fine. There was no actual prod of any sort of meaningful fraud or proof. There's been some voting irregularities, but those folks have been caught and going to jail. Usually Republicans writing votes for the dead mothers. There is actually no proof of widespread fraud in the 2020 election. That person telling you to watch 2,000 Mules is a lunatic. I'm talking about Fat Bear Week. That's right. One of America's most beloved elections, victim to voter fraud. It's an annual Alaska voting contest, kind of like March Madness, where favorite grizzly bears around Katmai National Park, because they track them because they're kind of a endangered species, are face off with each other and vote to see who is the champion. Well, on Twitter, there was a race between 435 Holly and a bear called 747, and it was hit with a spam attack, apparently to try to get 435 Holly to win. Like bears, according to the park, they tweeted, like bears stuff their face with fish, our ballot box 2 had been stuffed. According to National Park Service's Amber Kraft, who talked to the Rolling Stone, 747, which is the name of a bear, was in the lead all day Sunday, and then 435 Holly, which is the tag, I think the numbers are related to the tags they have on these bears, seemed to get a sudden boost of thousands of votes, drawing suspicions from election officials. The votes all seemed to come from fake email addresses connected to a few IP addresses, and then so the team was able to filter out all the fake votes. In the end, 747, a favorite to win the tournament this year, came out victorious over 435 Holly, who was the 2019 champion. The National Park Services, being concerned with this bear election, reviewed previous rounds of election and found no evidence of fraud. They care about elections as much as I do, my friends, as much as I do. This year's tournament already had a shocking upset where a bear number named 901 beat four-time reigning champion 480 Otis on Saturday. And now 901 is facing off against 747. I don't know why. Maybe if you win, you get a name in the final round. And on Tuesday, there'll be a celebration of Fat Bear Tuesday. That was this week. However, there were some people upset. There were people upset on Twitter, learning of 435 Holly's loss in Katmai National Park, which is about 300 miles southwest of Anchorage. Made sure to affirm their abiding love for the giant grizzly. We love our girl too, but she deserves a clean win. 747 is a big boy, and the people have spoken, and whatnot. The contest started in 2014. It's an annual tradition to spread the awareness of grizzly bears in I'm probably saying it wrong, National Park, and as they prepare for a long winter hibernation. The contest is held in early autumn because that's when bears are the stoutest, having fattened up on salmon in preparation for the long Alaskan winter when they hibernate without eating or drinking. Voters can take into account how much weight a bear has gained over the summer, the life history of each animal, or just vote the bear you think is the largest and the fattest. So like all these bears are tracked, so they all have like little profiles. And let me see here. I'm checking a news story. Okay, and apparently 747 has won the contest. The Fat Bear Week 2022. Quite. Oh, he's a big boy. Holy moly. Oh boy. That's a big grizzly bear. I would not want to come into that bear. 747 won Fat Bear Week in 2020 with over 100,000 votes. What is the population of Alaska? Okay, Alaska has 736,000 people in 2020. I'm thinking that maybe some votes came from around the world, but he got almost as many votes as the entire population of that state. But he won. The runner-up was 901. The National Park said that she deserves recognition for being an underdog to finalist. But we shall see what happens next year. According to Explore.org, 747 is one of the largest brown bears on the planet. So I mean, he had quite the home field belly advantage. Okay. Okay. How much? Well, this is gonna be a short. Well, this is gonna be a show short on stories with long on content. All right. Let's see here. We have 6, 7, 8, 10, 25, 30, 31, 32. Okay. We need to do another commercial break. My friends, while the bears are hibernating in Alaska, I'll tell you who doesn't hibernate no matter what the season. It's my friend Rox and her drive time show, The Rock Sessions, making sure your evening commute home is fun, featuring the hottest music on the charts and some other surprises in between. My friend Rox will make it rock style, Monday through Friday. That's right, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, 5 p.m. to 7 p.m., right here, my friends, on AWSM Radio. Boy, this is. I'm so happy with this setup. This is way, way, way easier. Shout out to Amazon Prime. Not a sponsor. Okay. Let's how much time do we have here? How much time? 1, 7, 8, 10, 25, 26, 27, 32, 33. Okay, probably 2 more stories, sports, and then we will wrap it up. Okay, space. Next up, friends, we go to space. For a follow-up story, as you remember, last week or a few weeks ago, NASA sent a satellite crashing into an asteroid called the DART mission in hopes of trying to, A, collide with an asteroid and change its course as an experiment for future problems, like if an asteroid was coming towards Earth that would, destroy the planet, that NASA would hopefully be able to redirect it. Well, after a few weeks of looking at the telemetry data, they believe they have successfully changed the course of this asteroid. It first collided on September 26th, which was about 2 or 3 weeks ago. It was a full-scale demonstration of this technology to deflect. Prior to the impact, Dimorphos, non-X-Men character, had an 11-hour and 55-minute orbit. Its larger partner asteroid, Didymos. Okay, so it orbited around this other asteroid every 11 hours and 55 minutes. And they chose this asteroid so they can measure things easier, because there's like a point where this one asteroid they didn't hit, they'll keep going. This asteroid they did hit, and they'll be able to measure the differences. So, it now takes 11 hours and 23 minutes to circle it. The DART spacecraft has changed the moonlet's asteroid orbit by 32 minutes. Now, what does that mean? I don't know. I don't understand what that means, but the astronomers said that if they had done it by at least 10 minutes, it was a success. So it was 3 times what they're expecting to do, so they were pretty happy about it. I guess they made it go faster, which I guess if something was heading towards Earth, if they made it go faster since the Earth is moving, it would fly by quicker and not hit us, I guess. I guess that's what that means. Okay, I think that's what that means. Anyways, Lori Glaze, the director of Planetary Science Division at NASA, said, "For the first time ever, humanity has changed the orbit of a planetary object. As new data comes in each day, astronomers will be able to better assess whether and how a mission like DART could be used in the future to help protect Earth from a collision from an asteroid if we discover one is headed our way." So they're going to continue to collect data from these 2 asteroids, this double asteroid system. Now that they changed the orbit is now a bit wobbly. According to Tom Startler, the DART program scientist, although we have done more to the system than simply change the orbit, we may have left Dimorphos wobbling a bit. So over time, there may be some interaction between the wobble and the orbit, and things will adjust. But it's certainly never going back to the old 11-hour, 55-minute orbit. So, pretty amazing stuff. In fact, the plumes of debris are now extended thousands of kilometers, so they can track this sort of dust being thrown up, being left behind from this impact. The DART team believes that the recoil from the plume substantially enhanced the spacecraft's push against the asteroid, not unlike the release of air from balloons propel it in the opposite direction. Pretty interesting. At the time of impact, and just give you an idea of how amazing this science is, the spacecraft was moving at 14,000 miles per hour and was able to hit the asteroid. No small feat of math. So, if an asteroid's coming this way, yes, we can send Bruce Willis, Ben Affleck, up there to divert the asteroid, or, if it's a little bit smaller, we can use a satellite. Okay, I'm going to record one more commercial and then sign off for the day because I need. Okay, let's see how much time we have after this commercial. Because I think I'm just about done. And I have a lot of editing to do that I will be doing offline this week. Because, you got 2 people watching. Hey, hello 2 viewers. Thank you for watching. Rubbing in Avo Vera. Click the follow button, because not only do I do broadcasts like this, but also do some gaming from time to time. Indeed. Okay. My friends, Wednesday nights are the place to be if you need some sports information, because at 9 p.m. on Wednesdays, it's To the Rack with Mac. To the Rack with Mac is your go-to spot for all things basketball. Join NBA expert Mac Daddy as he brings you a full hour of high-flying hoops expertise for all things NBA. Tune in Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. And then, my friends, after that at 10 p.m., it's What's Going On. What's Going On is our Fox Sports affiliate show, providing listeners with over 150 combined years of sports knowledge, hosted by Nate Brown and his crew. They have been a staple of Western New York sports for the past 2 decades. Now they're national, and we have their show here Wednesdays at 10 p.m. on AWSM Radio. So just to recap your Wednesday nights for sports, we got you. We got you here. 9 p.m. it's To the Rack with Mac. At 10 p.m. it's What's Going On, only here on AWSM Radio. Sports. Okay, let's see here. Time count. We've got 1, 7, 8, 10, 25, 26, 27. We have 28, 33, 37, 38 and a half. So, did I say 38 and a half? Damn it. 7, 8, 10, 25, 26, 27, 28, 33, 37, 38, 38. Okay, I have 90 seconds left. Okay, that's not enough to do a show. Okay. All right, great. Fantastic. Well, my friends, thank you so much for joining me here today. This will broadcast tomorrow at 11 a.m. on AWSM Radio, awsmradio.com. The podcast version, where this is all put together, will be available on anchor.fm/Colt S. Taylor, and also now on YouTube, which I will talk about more later, because I'm still uploading previous shows. So, probably I'll talk about it next week. But if you subscribe to my YouTube channel, you'll have that as well as my Longshots D&D. So, kind of uploading Twitch broadcasts to YouTube so they can be easily found, and for video on demand, etc., etc. So, my friends, until next time, I am your friend, Colt Sebastian Taylor, and I'll see you later.